We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It has allegedly been reported that Cardi B having just 2 albums. She is the highest RIAA certified female rapper of all time, surpassing Nicki Minaj's 5-album catalog with over 77 million RIAA certified units. Cardi B fan also said, imagine being 15 years in the game with 5 albums and letting a female rapper with only 2 albums surpass you in RIAA units because your entire career was carried by features. So you don't get credit for those songs. That must suck. Now let's give the facts. 1, the RIAA does count features. Okay, let's be clear. The RIAA does count features. They just don't count if you just do a song by yourself. That's not how that works. But the RIAA gets updated by the label. Okay, so Nicki Minaj probably doesn't have her updated units by the RIAA because it has to get updated by the label. And Nicki Minaj currently has not put out any music. And I believe Republic said a few months ago, once Nicki Minaj wants to discuss music, she knows where to find us. Okay. So at the end of the day, usually artists only get their updates for the RIA when they're putting out music, going on tour, as a celebratory moment, right? But the label is supposed to do that. I do not believe for 1 second that Cardi B has surpassed Nicki Minaj in RIAA units. Not just because she only has 2 albums, but because you can tell currently, you can literally tell people are not checking for Cardi B. Like, we got to stop pushing that Cardi B is, so polarizing and everybody wants to listen to her music. That's not the case because the I Am Ugly album literally had no hits. What was the hit on I Am Ugly? Cardi B fans have failed to tell me that. I asked that last year. What was the hit? I didn't hear and I Like It on the album. I didn't hear even a WAP on the album. And WAP, she had it on, I Am Delusional album. But at the end of the day, that came out 6 years ago. So we talking about the current hits on the album. She ain't had none. She just put out a record with Kalani. That flopped. Cardi B is not that girl anymore, and that's why Titanic Records got a new puppet. Now, a lot of people are talking about North West. She was at Paris Fashion Week. A fan said, Kanye has been so focused on Beyonce and Camel Face's kids instead of his own kids because what is this? A lot of people do not like her appearance, unfortunately, even though she is a child. But I think it more so has to do with the piercings and how she's dressed in the past year and a half. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, is North West trying to be like Molly Santana? Because they look similar. I said this before. I don't know who's copying who. And what is with the piercings? Is she trying to appeal to the, the goth or the emo community? Like, I don't get why she has a lot of piercings and she's always dressed in black. Is that the emo community that she's trying to appeal? Now, some people are saying, where is Kim and Kanye? Why aren't they not around with their child during Paris Fashion Week? And Kim probably got like 5 nannies. So she doesn't feel like she need to be around North West all the time. Okay, especially if they have nannies. So I don't know why people are asking that. So it looks like Rihanna will in fact be dropping an album according to The Dream, and she will be copying the Beyonce formula. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Do you think we're ever getting a Rihanna album?
Yes. There's no way possible that you
sure?
won't get. I am absolutely sure.
How are you sure?
I am so sure.
You're positive?
I am positive.
Put money on it?
Put money on it.
Whoa.
Yes. Absolutely.
A new Rihanna album. We'll see it soon.
See, now you're going too far.
Okay.
Yeah, we thinking like 10 years, 5 years?
No.
Sooner than that.
Y'all might be surprised.
What?
Wow.
Let's go.
Y'all might be surprised. Sometimes when you stop asking for things, they just appear, right?
Yeah.
True. Very true.
So let me know how y'all feel about it. It looks like it's set in stone that Rihanna will be dropping music, especially since Fenty, the brand sales have been down 30% this year so far. So it seems as though Rihanna is coming back to music. She was recently spotted in the studio. But what I did notice is that he said something where it looks like she will be dropping a surprise album. He said, if you stop asking for things, sometimes they just appear. Which means that I can see Rihanna copying Beyonce and doing a surprise drop. Because Rihanna's never done a surprise drop before. Wait, technically, Anti was a surprise drop. But then again, she still copied Beyonce because Beyonce album was a surprise drop first. Yeah, so yeah, she'd be copying Beyonce. So let me know how y'all feel about it. And I also think she'll go on tour. I definitely can see Rihanna doing a tour where, you know, she'll be lip singing and barely dancing. But I can see that happening as well. Now, moving on to Nicki Minaj. It seems like Titanic Records is trying to get Nicki on a song with their new Nicki clone. This is what the Nicki clone recently said in an interview.
You know, everybody loves to compare you to Nicki Minaj. If the opportunity presented itself, would you love to collab with an OG like Nicki Minaj?
Of course.
I love that.
Why not?
She's an OG.
I would. For real, genuinely, I would.
Any other future collabs coming up?
I really don't have future collabs as of right now. But whoever is willing to work with me, I would love to work with them.
Low key, I know y'all might think that this is a stretch, but I can see Titanic Records reaching out to Nicki Minaj to get that collaboration, because that would help the Nicki clone's career. Now, you may say, why would they do that? Well, didn't they reach out to have her do a joint tour with Cardi B and a joint album? Didn't they reach out for that? Okay, knowing that her and Cardi B got beef, they don't care. They're trying to make money. Okay, let's not forget. They also distribute Barbie World. That was under Warner, aka Titanic Records. Okay, let's be very clear. You know, they worked with Nicki Minaj on Barbie World. They've been trying to sign Nicki. That's why they've been sabotaging her for all these years. I can see them reaching out, okay? So don't be shocked if Nicki Minaj mentions it in the future. It has been announced that Ursula, Doja Cat, Tierra, Whack, Lauryn Hill's children, Zion, Salah, YG Marley, are set to perform in the Lauryn Hill tribute at the EBT Awards Sunday. Okay, so that is today. I don't know if y'all gonna be watching. Let me know how y'all feel about the tribute. Okay, I'm confused why Liz Diddy and Doja Cat would be involved. I think Doechii would have been a better person to do the tribute. You know, no shade to Doja Cat. This is Doja Cat's first time being on the main stage. She's never performed at the EBT Awards at the main stage ever. So I'm sure she's going to do a phenomenal job. She is a phenomenal performer, but I'm like, Doechii would have made more sense, in my opinion. Liz Diddy don't make no sense at all. The viewerships are going to go down just like her album sale. I'm like, who want to see Liz Diddy on their screen? Nobody. Okay, so I don't know, but it's going to be very interesting to see. I just know they better not butcher one song, especially my favorite song, X Factor. If they mess up the X Factor, they receiving Donkey of the Day and possibly some lashes. It's ridiculous. I don't know if Doja Cat got it in her to really do Lauryn Hill. I'm sure she can, but you better not butcher anything. Next question. Doja Cat's verse on OK with Scratch Off has been ranked at number 12 on the Complex list of the 15 best rap verses of 2026 so far. So it's at number 12 for the best rap verses of 2026. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. I agree. I'll be honest with you. I said when the song came out that Doja Cat out-rapped Scratch Off. In my opinion, in that song, I feel like she came with the bars. She came with the bars. surprisingly, because usually Doja Cat don't really have bars, but she did. And I gave Doja Cat her 8s for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think Okay generally is a good song. I feel like it should get more traction, but y'all don't support Scratch Off and y'all don't support Doja Cat no more. Y'all only support a few female rappers and they're not the ones that y'all support. Now, a lot of people are talking about Walmart Beyonce's recent interview and how she says she manifested getting signed by Beyonce. And in that interview, she revealed that basically she and her sister uploaded a cover called Pretty Hurts, which is a Beyonce song, and that helped them get signed. But basically, her mother did not want her to upload that cover, okay, on YouTube. That's where they were basically discovered. Now, a fan wrote, "Oh, wow, this is probably the beginning of Chloe's fallout with her mom. Why wouldn't she let them post Pretty Hurts?" Then the fan continued and said, "I bet the mama wanted them to go to college and then decided because she knew Chloe looking to Beyonce would lead to sex symbol persona path." And as we already know, Chloe and her mother do not have a close-knit relationship. I already went over that multiple times before. The general consensus from the Chloe fans is that the mother did not want her signing under Queen Bee. Okay, her mother did not want her to be signed under Queen Bee, and that has caused friction in their relationship, especially since Chloe is the more sexual sister amongst, her and Holly, right? In my opinion, I feel like Chloe and Holly still did the right thing because at the end of the day, they still got signed in the recognition. Even though, yes, Chloe hasn't fully popped off yet. I don't think she will ever, because what I'm starting to see on social media, and I actually discussed this on my podcast, is that Chloe has an online social media presence that is now deemed unlikable. She already got caught. I don't know if people were paying attention, but she got caught talking junk about one of the Love Island contestants. I think I already talked about that on my podcast, so you guys can check that out. But the point of the matter is, she has an online presence that's not deemed likable. So at the end of the day, regardless of Beyonce sabotaging her career, when you're not likable as an artist, people are not going to support you. That's the same issue JT has. Okay? Not just because of, her saying what she said about a few Love Island contestants, but also, she was over sexualizing herself. That made people not like her. So I don't feel like it really makes a difference. No way. I think her being signed to Beyonce was meant to be. Okay, because I don't feel like Chloe would be doing that much better. She might be doing a little bit better, but not that much better than what she's doing now. So I think, the fans are being a little bit dramatic. But right now, it seems as though people do not like her social media presence. They don't really like her as a person. It's been like that for years. So people are not going to support her, just like they don't like Lizzo. Just like they don't like JT. If you're not likable, people are not going to support you. And that's just what it is. Now, speaking of Queen Bee, Ulta Beauty lists Beyonce Cécred as one of the luxury beauty brands that helped drive its higher than expected Q1 2026 results, with net rising 11.1% to $3.2 billion. In the past 2 years of release, Cécred continues to be the best-selling hair care line on the platform. The brand's restoring hair edge drops are in such high demand that one unit sells every 16 seconds. Okay? So let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, people are saying, oh, I don't believe that, Cécred is the best-selling hair care line. Well, it is, unfortunately. I mean, I think y'all just don't want to believe it because of Beyonce. I understand. It's easy to hate Queen Bee, but unfortunately it is. People are buying it, I don't see people clear out the shelves for Cécred. Cécred is just fucking popular. Hopefully it can stand the test of time, because I think celebrity brands oftentimes, they're hot 1 minute and then the next minute they're not. And then something better comes along. So hopefully it can stand the test of time, but it right now is probably the hottest thing out. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon on Take Heath, Champagne Thickums, Campbell Face, Diddy, Taylor, Selena on Patreon. Link will be in the description, and hope you guys have a great day.